All right, welcome to our first video contest reveal. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, we have this art competition across the Iron Warrior Discord. It starts from the first of the month, goes to the end of the month, and each month has its own category. We have to go through and try and hit whatever this category is. So, for example, last month we had the Lords of War transports and flyers, which is what we're going to be revealing through today. We've done HQs, troops. The HQs was actually pretty cool. That was our biggest one, where you had to kit bash your own HQ. Had some really cool responses, and makes me kind of wish that I did the video response for that one. But what we're going to do is go through each of our contestants, reveal their piece, kind of give the feedback, their scores, and then announce the winner. And then after that, we have a raffle giveaway. And that raffle giveaway will be this week, or this month, is the Redgrass Games. They have, I know I'm not sponsored by these guys in any way. I just really enjoy this product. So it's just something that I wanted to make sure that I also got out there for people, because I use this thing constantly. Got this fancy little handle. I'll put the link down below too for you guys so you guys can see it. And nice little painting handle. This is one of the previous entries that we had, but the top here swivels, so it's easy to get around there. Pops off. You can buy multiple caps, so you can just pop them on there. And we're also going to come with a wet palette. Like I said, this is just something that I really enjoy using, and this is something that I want to make sure it gets out there as well. And again, not sponsored by them in any way. We're not that big yet. Hopefully one day we'll get there, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. We're going to start it off. The first one, we have 4 contestants this month. The first one is going to be mine. Something about mine is got these fancy little LEDs right here. Makes it flicker. However, with the great product also came great criticism, because it kept getting called fire butt, poop and fire. So give or take that, I'm not sure if it was a good or bad choice, but I enjoy it, so I think that's all that really matters. So we'll take a look here at the responses. Some of the critique and feedback that we've gotten for this is the photo quality could be a little bit better. Also, a bit more contrast on the wings would help the designs out on it stand out. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I tried to go for this new weathering effect. Didn't turn out quite as well. I did more of like a dry brush on it over top of the lead belcher spray. So, yeah, I could definitely understand the criticism on that one, and the need for it to stand out a little bit more, like Helldrakes usually do. The color scheme is a limited palette, but effective because of it. Blood on the claws, wings stands out and is well done. Also, the LED glow is effing killer. Yes, effing killer. Yes. So there's a good response to that one. I'll take that. Really like the concept, and a lot of the elements are super cool and stark, but I feel like it lacks a little bit of contrast. Again, the wings. Especially on the wings, yep. I like the blood effect on the wingtips, but the panels and trim being the same tones don't allow the wings to really pop. Great use of the lights, though. Holy shit, that is beautiful. All right, cool, thank you. Wonderful metal surface. And that's kind of what I was going for, like a more of a weathered look to it, so I'll take it. And the butt furnace is sick nasty, with 3 Qs. 3 Qs, mind you. All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback. That total was scored up. Moving on to the next, we have KultovtheDead. Kultov came at us with a rhino. Nice little unique take on this thing. So I'll give a little bit of my feedback first. I love the color. The weather look on that metal is fantastic. I love the way the mud flies up on the back. I think maybe I put a little bit more mud along the back, just because, if you think like you're riding a bike, you go through that mud's flying up on the back. It's not going to really stick. So maybe he's going a little bit slower, but I really do like the coloring. The Iron Warrior logo on the side of that is fantastically done, especially with the hazard stripes in the background. You can see on the front also, I didn't think there was a few comments that feedback for this one that mentioned the hazard stripes being so standoutish. And I remember Kultov was saying that I think he was just using masking tape to tape it off and paint it away. Great weathering effects on the front. So Kultov used a little bit of kit bashing here. He used the Kremlik kit to add to his Rhino, which is a very nice touch. I like how that turned out, especially the turrets up on top. Again, from the other side, great job altogether. Maybe a little bit more pop, some color on that. A lot of grays. Maybe the missiles could use a little bit more color, as well as the utilities on top. Maybe some of the lighting. So very monotone, but overall he did a great weathering job. The stripes again are fantastic. So I definitely would rate this one pretty high. So some of the feedback that we got on this one is crisp and neat hazard, which I love, and great weathering work makes this great. I completely agree. I'm very partial to the grimdark, dirty, and used through 10,000 years of bloody war aesthetic, and this hits the sweet spot incredibly well. The rusty oranges, the dirty browns create a solid, realistic contrast to the aged metal. My one critique is that it lacks small splashes of color. I'm right there with you. That would really define the top-facing prominent bits, such as the headlights, targeting lenses, and the exposed missiles. Overall, amazing job. So we have very similar views from that feedback there. Nice weathering. Love the conversion. And good job on the stripes and weathering. Could use a bit of contrast on the other details to break up the monotony of the metal, such as the lenses, headlights, and missiles. All right. I mean, overall, he had a really great score. Next, we have Warsmith Kim. I mean, this guy, he is well renowned on our Discord. He does absolutely amazing work. He puts stuff out there all the time. So if you want to go see some of his work, come join our Discord. That link will be down at the bottom as well. He puts a lot of stuff in our galleries. He always has stuff coming out with our contests. And definitely worth checking out. I'm not sure if he has a Reddit. I've tried searching for it, haven't come across anything, but if you come across it, you will know it's his. Here's a nice front-facing view of this. Great work altogether. The hazard stripes, the colors, the other knight that he is standing upon, that is a great touch. Kind of changes the monotony of the standard positioning of him. So he has submitted the Kaitan for his Lord of War contribution to this contest. I love the corn symbol up on his shoulder. Colors are great. The stripes are great. I mean, overall, though I do notice at the bottom there's a little bit, I can't tell if that's intentionally gray from weathering, like that trim that falls off. Knowing him, it has to be intentional. I don't see him accidentally missing something like that. You can kind of see a little bit of that on his other leg as well. Nice little slice down that knight's shoulder too on the ground. So some of the feedback we've gotten was great stripes and a super neat scheme. I love this base, but whilst there is clearly some weathering, to me it does feel a little clean for an Imperial Knight that's been so comprehensively busted up. Not much to say here. It's a great piece done to an amazing standard. I feel as though a little bit more love could have been shown to the base, and maybe a bit stronger of a wash done to the gold trim to really give it depth. Incredible work here. It's a very expensive footrest. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I remember whenever he posted that, there was a couple comments like, that's a lot of money for a base. But no, it was a great touch. Well done. Great build. Metal as hazards are really well done. Clearly an Iron Warrior unit, but I like how you, on the right hand, you have Cornate. The only thing I would suggest is weathering the Fallen Knight a bit more. Right now, it looks a bit bright and clean, and it's what grabs my eyes first. That's a great point. Maybe if his background wasn't a black piece of plastic, it would have popped out a little bit more, see more of the aesthetic of the Khitan. But other than that, well done, Kim. Well done, as always. We'll take another couple looks at this guy. She's a beaut. Jealousy. Oh yeah, you can see more of the grayness down there, so it's definitely an intentional job. All right, next we got Wild Bilbo. Wild Bilbo actually won, not sure if it was our last contest or the contest before. So Wild Bilbo actually is not eligible this month to win. So a little something that we have in our contest, just to make things fair to the participants, is that if you have won, you're not eligible again for the next 2 months to win. This kind of makes the playing field a little bit more even for people who are absolutely fantastic artists. That way, other people get that opportunity to win too. And as I mentioned before, we have a raffle at the end of the month. This is completely random based on all people who have participated and submitted their contest for that month. So if we do decide that we do end up doing a prize for the winner, which I would like to do once we get that financial position, a lot of this is coming from our mods' pockets that we're paying for this. We get a few donations here and there for these prizes, but should we get a prize for the winner like some of the other Discords out there do, it kind of makes things even, so not the same person or people are winning over and over again, because we really do have some fantastic artists on our Discord. He actually got recognized on Twitch, I think it was last week, for his work. One of the Twitch streams were commenting on his piece as well. So when I was making the forms for the submissions and the voting, I kind of messed up and forgot to add the feedback part for his thing. So we have one piece of feedback that came through after I fixed the whole thing. So we'll give a little bit of feedback on mine. If you can find that Twitch, they give a lot of good feedback on this. I mean, this is amazing. To be able to do the stripes under those wings and then do the trim on top. I mean, the trim itself takes forever. That's why with mine, I was just like, I'm not gonna try trimming. I want to try this new technique for this guy. So yeah, I don't have the patience for that. So, but I love the detail, the red underneath on the alternative wings. The color really pops. The glow in the eyes, the glow in the mouth, great touches. And I think the big standout is the base. He posted some other pictures that show the base off a little bit better, but the base is wonderful job. I think it really stands out. Just some more color on there. The gold over top of the black and the yellow for the hazard stripes of the Iron Warriors really stands out, and some great weathering on all the corners of it. The feedback that we got was masterful execution on all the effects. Doesn't skimp out on the base either. That's some serious patience. Absolutely. The patience that I don't have. So, well done. Couple more shots of that guy. All right. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, you've been sitting through all this stuff, is the voting. So the winner of the contest actually was Wild Bilbo, but because he wasn't eligible, obviously he can't take home the prize. But great job. You finished with a score of 22.38 out of, I believe it's 25. Yeah, out of 25. So near perfect score. And I mean, that's a heck of a job. So In reality, we're just going to come down to 3 contestants that are eligible. We'll start off with the number 3 contestant. Finishing in 3rd place is me. All right, I'll take it. We had great competition all around. I can't take hard feelings. For me, the biggest thing about these contests is the feedback that we get. I feel like over the course of these last, when did we start this? June, I think, is when maybe July, we did our first contest. And I mean, the feedback that we get from these things, it makes you improve so much. I mean, I started from bottom of the barrel. Like, I was using apple barrel paints to get my guys done. Some of these projects here, I got my Greater Possess that I felt really confident about. I actually won one of the contests. Master of Possession. Some of you guys have seen this across Reddit, maybe not. So thank you everybody for the feedback on this guy. I'm definitely going to work on this and maybe get some more contrast. And Twinkle Butt here. Going to sail off into the distance. Final score for this one, out of 25, we got a 19.38. Presentation, 3.54. That was the lowest out of everybody. Originality and creativity, 4 out of 5. Artistic skill, 4 out of 5. And overall rating, 7.85 out of 10. We had 14 total voters altogether to come up with these numbers, and we've had some upwards of 25, 30. Hopefully this really takes off. I'd like to get this extended out beyond just the Iron Warriors maybe one day, so we'll see how that goes. All right, in 2nd place, we have KultovtheDead. Kultov scored a total of 20.15 points out of 25. His strongest aspect was his artistic skill at a 4.23 out of 5. So his artistic skill was his highest rating. Fantastic, I can agree. Great paint job right there. So obviously that leaves our winner with number 1 for the 2nd time through these competitions, Warsmith Kim. All right, Warsmith, fantastic work. You took home the grand prize of getting your name out there and getting everybody to know who you are and what your work is doing. You got a total score of 22.31 out of 25. These scores were actually averaged the highest out of any of our scores in the past. We typically get highest scores between 17 and 20. So these votes were significantly higher this time. I mean, fantastic input from all these guys. Kim's best rating was in presentation and originality and creativity. He got 4.46 on both of those out of 5. So, well done, Kim. Warsmith. I look forward to seeing your work in the future. Everybody's. I can't wait to see what next month brings. Next month's competition, we're doing Legends of Warhammer. So that means anybody who has kind of been taken off the rosters by Games Workshop and put into the legend status is what we're going for this month. We got some great entries so far. I'm looking forward to see what people come up with. We got a couple bikers, demon riders. So we'll see what next month's bringing. I look forward to bringing this forward to you guys. So now the moment everybody has been waiting for. Or maybe me. Maybe everybody's waiting for it. I don't know. The drawing for a new Redgrass Games handle and wet palette. All right. I'm not going to enter myself into this competition. I have one. This is for everybody else. I don't like buying this stuff for myself. So I want to make sure everybody else out there gets the opportunity to get these things. Last month we had a Dreadnought that was donated by another one of our members. And the month before that was a Havocs box, brand new Havocs box. So we got some good prizes coming through. Can't wait to see what we come up with next month. So if you subscribe to our Reddit or join our Discord. You'll get to learn more about everything that's going on with this. And then get yourself in there. Get in this competition. If you want to enter in these chances to, win some of these really cool prizes, maybe once we start getting some winner prizes, then, get in there. Paint something, post it up, get that feedback, grow as an artist. I mean, that's the biggest thing about this is growing and learning and becoming a better artist through these interactions that we have with everybody. And just seeing everybody improve is such a cool thing to experience. So without further ado, I'll stop talking and blabbing, and we're going to get the spin for the winner of the Redgrass Games handle and wet palette. And Wild Bilbo. So you didn't get to win to this month's competition on the art skills, but you did get to win this. So congratulations. Thank you for your participation. I look forward to seeing everybody next month. Peace out. Rock on. Get out of here.